Hello YouTube. I'm trying a new approach on a video since all these people with their lame ass scary stories. So yeah, I got it's an actual scary story that happened to me a long time ago, which I'm about to get into details. Okay, trying to remember because I was real young, but this happened back like when I was home alone. Well, technically I wasn't home alone, I was with my sister, and I remember hearing a knock at the door, and like I don't know where my parents were. I guess they went out for the night. And you know, and then just remember hearing a knock at the door, and I was like, it's kind of unusual to hear a knock that late at night, you know. And then again, this was when I used to live at this house. Like it had a fence, but it didn't have a gate. Like anybody could just go in and out. And so I don't know, this guy was like, he was knocking at the door so late at night, and he wanted for me and my sister to open the door, and we're like, no, we're not gonna open the door. And he's like, we were like, what do you want? And apparently he wanted help or something, or he said, can I please talk to your parents or whatever? And we're like, yeah, but they're asleep, you know. We were over here lying, you know, because we didn't want to say we're home alone. And then it's like where I'm like holding the cordless phone with like 911 on speed dial, you know, and just fixing to call the cops, and we're just telling this dude to leave. And then it's just like, it's so crazy, like where you don't expect that, like some random person to be at your house and wanting to get in, and you know, this and that, and I don't know. And because that one, that story, like technically, I think, you know, the guy, he gave up and he just left. And then I remember as a kid or whatever, being asleep, and then I remember being woken up by my mom saying that this time there was a lady in the yard, and we don't know, like, what the fuck, like if she was drunk or if she was high, and like kind of like the same scenario, and she was messing with my mom's vehicle, and then my mom's vehicle had an alarm where like she would be like standing there, and then like she would be tapping on the vehicle, and then the vehicle would like beep a little from the warning that basically saying that there's somebody messing with the vehicle. And like the lady was all fucked up saying, oh, I'm sorry, which I really didn't witness that, so I can't really get into details about that. All I remember was like, yes, there was a lady. I remember seeing the lady like in where I used to live. Like in the end, she wasn't in the yard, she was just like in the back field sitting underneath a power line. And we're like, wow, what the fuck is going on? And well, I guess that's all I have so far for crazy, scary stories. But anyways, I'll be sure to upload this to YouTube and hopefully get some subscribers that like crazy, scary stories, and I'll come up with true, crazy stories that's happened to me before in the past.